Please welcome our next speaker, Ms. Tate Moody.
OCD, obsessive compulsive designer in my case. For many, when you hear the single words O, C, and D, one would think of obsessive compulsive disorder. Fortunately, I have never been diagnosed with the real OCD, while I do keep in mind the struggle others may have with OCD. While being an obsessive compulsive designer is no diagnosed condition, I carry this obsession with me day to day, which definitely has an impact on how I operate and see the world. So, if you find yourself fixating over small details around you, you might relate with my stories or, quite frankly, my hilarious struggles. New year, new me. I take the previous drive set, place all the classes into a new folder titled as the previous year, and color it exactly the mood of how I felt that year. To go into more depth, freshman year was yellow. I was happy to be at a new school with a great group of friends, and I felt this was a place for me. Moving on to sophomore year, the color was purple. Yet another vibrant year where things went well, and I had found my places and my people. However, junior year was colored color would match the materials I got from Staples just days before the year began. Each file would have a title, and each page would be perfectly constructed. In thinking ahead, senior year would be colored pink. Pink to me means success. I am happy that I have applied to colleges. I am excited for the next stage, and I am pleased we have all done our best at Brooks to stay safe in such an uncertain time. Being organized is actually much more difficult than one may think. Organization and cleanliness are two things that keep me going every day. For me, I think I have inherited this trait from my dad. Being a business owner and a vice president of a bank, he has lots to handle and needs to be organized 24/7. However, his organizational skills are not as strictly defined as mine. On the other hand, my mom is a little less of a perfectionist designer as I am. While her workspace is clean, most often her bedside table is what drives me insane. It is filled with magazines, notes, coasters, water, and small knickknack things that I just want to throw in the trash. Magazines are the biggest threat to me. When I talk about being obsessed with perfect, clean spaces, this small space to the left of the door entrance into my parents' room is a space I often avoid. If you want to know why I avoid my mom's bedside table and the side of her bed before I say goodnight to my parents, picture this. I'm sitting on the edge of my mom's side of my mom's bed, my foot sticking to a magazine as she discarded on the floor after reading. I get up, slip, and nearly cut my eye open on the bedside table. Let's just say this is where I really became obsessed with perfectly designed and clutter-free spaces. Naturally, this has meant to me spending a lot of time and attention on my own bedroom, while unlike my mom's bedside table, I ultimately get to make the decisions. Let me visually walk you through my room in my house. Third floor, straight ahead from the stairs. My sister's room is to the right of me and my brother's to the left. Thankfully, they are the same width apart. It really works into my compulsion to have things symmetrical in my space. So, you walk into my room. There's a small nook. I need to keep this space open. I never want it to be crammed. A small white shoe bin lays just behind the nook, and next to that is my big white dresser. Limited items are allowed on top of my dresser, as I prefer the space to be clean and neat. My TV, a small flower vase, my perfumes, and just half of my jewelry rest upon my dresser. My closet is next to the bureau, double-doored with a magnetic closing mechanism. In here, you'll find a color-coordinated array of my sweatshirts. Nothing more, nothing less. The wall bends, and there sits my hamper. Clothes only filled to the brim. Nothing more, nothing less. Next to that is a blue couch sitting under my pillow. Windows Pillows are perfectly matched and aligned in a crisp row. Storage is underneath the couch where my shoes lay perfectly spaced out. Beside the couch is my desk, a monitor, my computer, and a pencil holder. Nothing more, nothing less. Adjacent from my desk is my bed and my bedside table. My bed is always made each morning, or I will literally not sleep a wink the following night. My bedside table only holds my lamp, my fan, and a few essential items. With each season, or often month, the arrangement differs. I often switch up things when I feel the layout is not fitting anymore. I need more space, my TV is not angled the right way, less space, or I envision a cool layout. My most recent arrangement was created with the option for more space. While settling in from quarantine, most often spending my days in my room watching Netflix, I was inspired to make the most efficient space of my room. I took some bigger furniture items out and brought my desk back from the attic into my room. Since my bedroom now also doubles as my classroom, I've been able to set up distinct areas where I can study and other areas where I can take a break from work. My room currently is a space I can do work, a space I can relax, and a space that makes me feel comfortable. Although my room is one place in my house where I spend most of my time, there are many other rooms at home that I love even more. While I only moved to my house 5 years ago, I never remember helping my mom to design my last house. I was very excited to move because I was moving into a house with more space than my previous home, and none of the old furniture was coming with us. My family started new. We went from blow-up beds when we first moved to waiting weeks for our brand new beds to be shipped. Weeks later, they finally came. Everything was new, and my job was to help Mom design each room. While the living room came easy, neutrals and comfy statements, the kitchen was harder. We had made arrangements to redo the kitchen. If any of you know him, shout out to Mr. Testa from North Andover for the remodeling of our kitchen. The colors were a process, the granite style was a painstaking decision, and the design to create the best use of space was even more challenging. I went over each version of the plan with my mom, and to be completely honest, I did, in fact, select each element of our renovated kitchen. The navy blue island with a marble top and gold light fixtures above was a dream to me, and now a reality. White cabinets, gold accents, a 6-top gas-burning thermidor, and of course, a retractable microwave. My love of design and creating an aesthetically pleasing and practical space that my whole family could enjoy only grew from here. Design is my favorite hobby. Some things get messier before they come together, but I enjoy the journey to create a place that people enjoy. When a beautiful space functions well, it is like music to my ears. I appreciate small things like decorating for each upcoming season. I like to control the things I cannot control. Quite frankly, my mood would depend on the cleanliness of the surrounding area I sit upon. I am the one in my house who will take part of a Sunday to decorate the house for fall or begin to get the family ready to pull out the holiday items and arrange a display on the mantle above our fireplace. While I may seem an insane preoccupation with the level of neatness I pursue, the final effect is actually a gift to me. I feel put together each and every day with a clean place around me. I know this trait will come in handy either in a career choice or in creating a livable space in my first home or for my future family. As I look ahead into my future, my obsessive compulsive design will lead me to great things. While I've applied to most colleges undecided, I want to incorporate my neatness and organizational skills in my future job. Whether I go into business or become an interior designer, both will lead me to a curated life where I can show my mastery in displaying everyday items in new ways to create a feeling. I know that when I leave for college late next summer, I will have already envisioned a pre-planned dorm room layout. With such a small space, I'm going to have to figure out many different possible ways to make the space work for my new life. I am sure that I will rearrange the space several times in the first semester, and I know that my roommates will soon be aware of how obsessed I am with organizing and with reinventing my life's living space. Hopefully, they won't mind coming back to a room that has been rearranged completely during one of my spontaneous cleaning sprees. Thank you.